All right, welcome back to the channel, guys. As promised, today is Sunday and we have the highly anticipated earnings week video. So as you guys can see on the montage here, we got Nike reporting, we got FedEx, we got Lululemon, which is kind of like Nike's competition in gym wear, and then we have xpeng, which is an EV company, a Chinese EV company that's apparently giving Tesla a run for the money. So we're going to pretty much take a look at these four stocks. We will be looking at the charts on just two. And the two that we're going to focus on is the ones that I figured probably we could get the best return for investment, primarily because both XPEG and Nike should have some of the cheaper options because they're both the cheaper stocks. FedEx and Lululemon is a little bit more expensive. So, we won't dive into the chart. I've charted them, but you guys can do that on your own. But I'll do these two cheaper stocks because they have a high rate of return if, they go in the direction that they're supposed to go based on where you think they're going to go. All right. But again, we don't speculate. We follow the trend of the market. All right. You guys see the Instagram. It's right here. I keep putting it in your face. Follow me on Instagram. A lot of game is thrown out on the story. So if you're not following me on Instagram, you're missing out. So with that said, let's get into the video. We're going to go now and just take a look at the breakdown of exactly what we're going to do. So like I said before, this video is episode 62. It is earnings week. So this is going to be covering some of the key stocks that will be reporting for the week of Monday, the 18th of March, 2024. All right. So first up on the list, we have XPEV, which is the ticker symbol for xpeng. They'll be reporting Tuesday before open. It is a Chinese stock, so I do believe they report earnings like around 5 a.m. This stock can be highly volatile. It's been inching up lately with a lot of news, but it's down, I would say almost 50% from its highs last year when they struck a deal with a major car company. All right. Second up, we have GIS, which is going to be Wednesday before open. So this is General Mills for those of you who don't know. Then the third stock, we have MU, which is Micron, and this is Wednesday after close. Now you'll notice there's an asterisk here with a P beside it, and that's because Powell speaks on Wednesday at around 2:30. So expect some volatility around that time. If you're planning to play the run up on MU, I would suggest you get out before Wednesday at 2:30. That's all I'm saying. Nike, Thursday after close. This company on the chart, you'll see what I'm talking about. I don't want to get too much into it right now. Lululemon, a monster stock, gym clothing company, same day as Nike, Thursday after close. FedEx, another monster shipping company, they're also on Thursday after close. So let's jump right in to the first stock, and like I said, this is XPEV. This is one of the chart stocks that we're going to be throwing up on the chart. So let's get to it. So we got XPEV pulled up on the screen right now as we speak. The stock is just constantly gaining, momentum. As you guys can see, it's up 2.75% after hours. But remember, this is a Chinese stock, so they have, it operates on that market, whatever time frame that market is. On market close on Friday, it was like around, let me see here. I believe it was like around 964 or 9 something like that. It was, it was somewhere around here, right? 966, right? Somewhere around that time frame. And this was on the 15th. That was the last price I remember seeing. Since then, it's up like 30 cents. Now, with this particular stock, if you guys have been following me for a while, especially on Instagram, I've made a ton of cash on this stock, playing options. It moves in a weird, choppy way. And if you want to buy calls on this, I would suggest don't buy anything less than a month. It's so crazy. But if you buy something that's within a month and your numbers look right, your delta, your theta, I guarantee you're going to make some profit on this thing, especially if there's some type of news event to trigger the stock. All right. And it's usually to the upside. They are reporting earnings, like I told you guys, on Tuesday, pre-market. All right. So that's going to be March 19th, pre-market. And over time, this stock has lost about 50%, like I told you guys. Last year when I was trading it, it was somewhere around like $18 to $20, and it was like flying off the hinge. I'm telling you, I was like dipping in and out, and making crazy cash. 52-week high on this stock is $23.62, like I told you guys. And then the 52-week low is $7.51. There should be some news that's been circulating. It's China, so it's really hard to tell what's what. But there have been a couple of like news clips about them planning to release like an economic vehicle, an electric vehicle. Obviously, this is an EV company. They're Tesla's competition in China, and they're planning to release an EV vehicle that's going to be somewhere around like 13.5 US. So that should give some momentum to the stock. Also, they have a flying car. Yes, you heard right. They have a car that actually has wings that pops out the side, and it flies. And it's functional. They're doing test flights, and they just had a successful test flight. And that's why this week the stock inched up. I think it was all the way up to like $10.40 something cents. Let's take a look back at I would say like the last week. Here, no, yeah, see, $10.38. So that news kind of sent the stock spiraling up. What is that, 4%? But let's go into the charts right now and just take a look and see what we got cooking on the charts. All right, so here we have XPEV pulled up on the charts. We're on the daily right now, so you guys will notice I have two channels going. So this top channel here, right? So this line and then this line going across, this was last year. So this was when the stock was in its heyday, when it was in it was bouncing between, like I would say, what is this, like around, was going somewhere between like say $15 all the way up to like $20, and sometimes going over $20, where it was bouncing up and down. So pay attention. We have a touch here, we have a touch here. Comes back down, almost touch. I would say that's to like the average. Goes back up, touch, comes down, touch, goes up. So you guys see the trend. Then somewhere around here, because last year XPEV reported earnings on the 15th of November 2023. And when they reported earnings, I don't know what happened, but obviously it wasn't positive, because you could see right around that time frame, this is the 14th, it just starts to trend down. Boom, 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 boom. It's been going down ever since. Now, this line that it always touches, you guys notice it broke that line. And then when it broke that line, it just started to run even more. So it ran down here, touch, came up, and now it's kind of consolidating around this price mark. Last couple of weeks, it's been going between like $8 to $10, somewhere around that range. So Couple of levels you want to watch. You want to see if it breaks above this. You can see here it broke above it, but it wasn't confirmation. It came back down. Now remember, it touched here, came up and touched here. You know, chances are it could go back down. But if it does break up, let's say the report's good and then they have, you know, more good news, more new products or some new deal they're striking that's coming out, it could potentially shoot past this line. If it shoots past this line, it may go to the second line here, to the ceiling. And if it breaks this, it's going to run. A couple of reasons why I think it might break it. You know, I don't know what the earnings going to be like. But the last time they reported vehicle sales for the quarter, so the fourth quarter for Q4, they had an increase of 170 something percent. I'll throw it up on the screen for you guys to see. And that's massive. If you guys know anything about these EV companies, the deliveries directly affects how earnings will be. So based on that, you know, barring something comes out on guidance that's crazy, I see the stock going up. I could be wrong. Like I said, it's earnings, so don't gamble. But this is one of the more affordable stocks, and it's a lower bar to entry with a higher ratio of return. And you always want to take a look at that, guys. I'll do another video on like risk and reward, but you want to make entries that really doesn't cost you that much and can give you a substantial return. And this is one of those stocks. So keep your eyes on XPEV around this level. So what is this, like 940 something, right? We're looking for any kind of break above here, right? 986, somewhere around there. And right now, as you guys can see, it's 990. I'm guessing, like I said, if the news is good, the earnings report is good, it might shoot up. And if it shoot up, you guys can make a ton of cash. So keep an eye on XPEV. Let's get to the next stock. So next up, we have Nike. Right now, after hours, Nike is down. The stock is currently $99.64. Over max time, Nike is up 1,632%. But I'll be honest with you, I think this company is kind of like running out of steam. I'll be very honest with you. That's what I think. I used to own the stock. I got rid of it because it was just like a low performer in my portfolio. And then the last time they had earnings, you know, it went crazy to the downside. So these guys report earnings also on Thursday. Like I told you guys before, it's going to be after hours. They had beats the last couple of quarters. So I'm assuming that last time when they had earnings and the stock dipped like 10 or 11%, I'll put it up on the screen for you guys. It's maybe because of guidance. Like I said, I think they're running out of steam, meaning they're running out of ideas, innovation. I mean, it's a shoe company. Like, how exciting could this get? You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, this is going to be March 21st after hours, which is Thursday. So let's now go ahead and throw Nike up on the charts. And right away, you guys can see we have two channels here. All right. We're on the daily, so we have this channel here. We have a touch, right? Comes back down, almost touches here, goes back up, comes back down, touches, goes up, touches, and boom. Pay attention to this. You see this gap? Massive drop. Just a massive, massive gap right here. And then it comes here, consolidates, forms that flag, and just dips, comes back up, and now it's in a new channel. Bounces, comes back to the average, bounces down, touches the top, looks like some type of double top here, then comes back down, and then you see it's going up. So it's right here at the average now. That's where it's at. During this gap right here, this was when they reported earnings. So they reported earnings somewhere around, like, I believe it's like December 21st. I'll throw it up on the screen. And it wasn't good. You know, it was a beat, but I guess the The guidance was horrible, and the stock just fell off a cliff the next day. Just like I said, it was taking the steers going up, da 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 da. It was, if you look to the right, you'll see it was like around 120 something here, and then it just dropped from 120 something to what is this? Down to 107, and then it's just been consolidating in a downward channel ever since. Um, so yeah, if this earnings is good and the guidance is good, then we're looking to see it really break above this line and go up. But I'll be very honest with you guys, I'm not too optimistic on Nike. That's just me. But options are cheap, and remember, we're in this to not have an emotional attachment to these companies, but to make money. So if it doesn't go up, then you play it down. But like I said, both XPEV and Nike, the reason I'm charting it up for you guys, just to show you the lines and show you where it could potentially go, is because these options, whether puts or calls, will be some of the cheapest ones. All right. So that's my take on Nike. Let's go ahead and briefly take a look now at Lulu as well as FedEx. So before we jump into Lululemon and FedEx, I also want to briefly touch on Micron. So Micron over max time is up, as you guys can see here, 219%. So Micron is a technology company primarily focusing on making memory and storage. I do see a need for this company, especially with the boom in AI. Um, Maybe if they come out with some AI news, like I said in the last video, the stock will really skyrocket. The options on this one too should not be as expensive. So you guys could take a look at that as well. But if you scroll down here, we could see that the key numbers here, the 52-week high is $101.85, and then the 52-week low is 53.61. So it's a far ways right now from the 52-week low. It's closer to the 52-week high. They have had beats over the last couple of quarters, and they report earnings on March 20th, which is Wednesday, after hours. So this is going to be after Powell speaks at 2:30, and that's important. Pay attention to that, guys. That's a triggering event. All right. So that's it. That's Micron. So we got Lulu up on the screen. They're going to be reporting earnings on Thursday after market close. Monster company. Overnight, it's up. Over the week, it is also up. Month, up. 3 months, year to date, a year, 5 years, and over max time, 3,646%. Wow. If you got in around here when it was $12.50, whoo, mama mia, look at this thing run. The stock is at 467 now. Mind you, this was back in 2007. So it's been some time, about 17 years, somewhere around there, give or take. But, seems to be a pretty solid company. Beats across the board. Other than that, I don't really know too much about this company, but I would definitely watch it. I know the options are going to be a little bit more pricey because, like I said, this is a 400 and plus dollars stock, so expect it to be more expensive. All right. The next and last stock that we're going to take a look at for the day is FDX, which is FedEx. And they also report on Thursday. I should say the last stock that we're looking at for Thursday, because we're also going to take a look at GIS, which reports on Wednesday before open. All right, so we have FedEx here. Over max time, FedEx is up 568%. Don't own the stock, don't know too much about it, but they will be having earnings on Thursday as well. So three big companies on Thursday: Nike, Lulu, and FedEx, and they're all after hours. They have beats over the last couple of quarters as well. Again, follow the trend, guys. The trend is your friend. All right, and then the final stock for today is going to be GIS, which is General Mills. This is a lower price stock, but in my opinion, this stock is like a slow burner. Over max time, it is up 343%, so not bad. If you invested back in 2000 when it was $15, you're like crazy up right now. All right, 300% ROI if you invested in this stock. The 52-week high on this one is, it's going to be $90.89, and the 52-week low is 60. It's really close to that. We scroll down here and we see they've had a couple of beats, and they're going to be reporting Wednesday, like I said, pre-market. Again, with this stock, just be careful, follow the trend, not your emotions. Place your trades in the direction that the stock's going to go. However, because this stock is reporting on Wednesday and Powell speaks at 2:30. Now remember, they're reporting before market open. Market opens at 9:30. If I were you, let's say it starts to shoot up, I would play my calls and I would get out. If you don't have a day trade, don't touch it, because I would definitely day trade this stock leading up to when Powell speaks. Whenever he talks, the market goes crazy. You don't know what direction it's going to go into. For the stocks on Thursday, because those stocks are after hours, if the jobless claims that come out on 8:30 Thursday morning are bad, then it'll definitely affect your ability to play the run up leading up to earnings. But then you can always play it, Friday morning when you see what direction the stocks are going after earnings. All right. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video today. I hope you found this information useful. If you did, do your boy a favor. Go ahead and tap the like button. It helps get the video out to other people so they could see this. And again, I appreciate you. Peace. Be sensible. Be smart. Don't rush to make emotional decisions with your trades. And y'all have a blessed week. Let's get this money. Peace.